What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're kind of taking a retrospect of what has actually happened in the past year. I've been wanting to do this for a while. We had the Chinese New Year stream very recently. We talked about it with Joon. That's what you're going to see here. It's kind of amazing how many things in game have changed in just the last year. The last 2 years, this game has made such an improvement. From even like the paid packs are, you get just more things. The bonus packs are less money, but the actual gameplay and quality of life changes that are coming to this game every single month, it amazes both of us. Like, it's just crazy. And I think most can agree, while everything that's happened is not a winner or the favorite thing, like Star Arena is probably one of my least favorite features in the game, overall I think it is for the betterment of the game. You could disagree, it's fine, but from Tower of Dreams, more Seal Land, Brave Trial free smashing, Aspen Dungeon needs to be advanced, that's for sure. Permanent Ormus and Grey Dwarf's Blessing. We have new PvP modes. We have new Gate of the Void, or not Gate of the Void. We have Gate of the Void content in Void Arc. We have a revamp of Celestial Island. We have Cloud Island. We have a revamp of the Tavern, revamp of Guild, new guild modes in Star Expedition and Ace Championship, redone shops of the Guild Store, the Wishing Fountain Store, the Altar Store. So many things. I'm honestly hoping the one thing that hasn't been touched in the past couple years is Profit Tree. I'm hoping we get a change this year, but hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about what we were talking about yesterday on the live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you use that CD key in yesterday's video too. And I'll see you guys next time. I'll make sure I post at least short videos for you guys to know how to go and enter them, because of course gems are something everybody needs. Everybody does. We don't exactly know what any of them are, except for Idle Log of 2021. Something cool they're gonna do is, I think they did this last year too. They had like a whole entire data sheet almost of things that we accomplished through the year, like how many bosses were killed, how many like cores of transcendence were used to summon. I think they did all that, and that was really, really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
That was really nice. So again, we'll kind of talk about that a lot. One thing we want to talk about real quick though is both myself and Joon again were talking before the stream about all the different things that we now have this year that we didn't at this time last year. We've had a new game mode of Tower of Dream. We've had, I think, both Ace Championship and Star Expedition, as well as the complete revamp of Guild. I think all of those things happened with the new store. I'm pretty sure that happened in 2021, right? The Guild revamp?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of stuff came like post Chinese New Year's, like before anniversary. Like the window between Chinese New Year's and anniversary is usually when they like come back to work and they just start going ham and they start dropping all this content. So yeah.
It's like, and the Star Expedition I think is one of the coolest features. You can play it as idly I don't care as possible. Thank you very much, Jacob. Or be as in depth as possible. Ace Championship, not the biggest fan of personally. The store though, I like. The store is something that was desperately needed. This way, there's at least one additional step people need to make by clicking this button to make a mistake. Like, at least now they have to know this is the mistake, whereas before people would just like buy stuff at the old store, and that was god awful. Absolutely horrible. So that was a really cool addition. We have Sky Labyrinth. I think that came out this year as well, right? It's brand new this year. We got a brand new event. They kind of like consolidated all the boring events into different weeks so that we didn't have like 2 weeks of nothingness between wishing and campaign. Now we kind of have 1 week of nothingness that happens together, which is nice. I don't think the pity system on scrolls were this past year, right? Was it the year before that we got the pity timer?
The year before. I believe so, yeah. It was
that's one I don't think I'm a fan of personally. I feel like I used to get more before the pity, honestly. I think they changed something. They didn't tell us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
Arena, I mean, we got Star Arena.
Yeah, I don't think me or Barry are a fan of this too much.
No.
I don't know how chat feels about this, but
How
Star
do you
Arena
guys in chat?
feels.
1, if you like Star Arena. 2, if you don't like Star Arena. I think the original iteration on the Tap Tap test servers was amazing. You'd get 1 attempt per day. 1 attempt and that's it.
Deuces.
The only bonus now to doing Star Arena is on early game accounts. You can finish half of your fighters competition in your monthlies for free. You don't need to spend tickets in Crystal Crown or ID8.
Oh,
They're just free.
well, that's good.
But
That's not.
the fact that you can just literally like grind and grind and grind just feels so stupid. Like if I would probably participate in Star Arena a lot more if I could just do 1 grouping of 10 heroes and then that's my result for the day. I think I would do it to try to actually push ranking because then everybody is on a fair footing. There's no difference in time investment, nothing.
Yeah, you could grind it a lot. It's infinite.
Yeah. What else did we get changed? Free Team Arena. We still haven't had an update to Free Team Arena, so that must be coming after Chinese New Year sometime in the first quarter of the year.
They said they were dropping it, weren't they? I think that was like the whole thing, wasn't it? Or did they say they were going to revamp it?
I
thought
thought
they were dropping
said
it.
they
'Cause I
were going
remember
to change it.
Oh, okay. Because
What?
that is, I don't know. It's like a very weird game.
Yeah.
You each have like usually you have one person that just committed that has to run it every week, and it's just like, yeah. It's shout out to the people that are captains for FTA since day one. You guys,
because I
are the
never am. I
homies.
can tell you that much.
You just like find your group
Yeah.
of 3 from your server, and you're like, yeah, man. All right, cool. I applied. Just do the work, and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's one of those
CCO
things.
was better, I will admit. Trial of Champion, did
Yeah,
that
CCO was
change
good.
this year? Was that this past year that we got the change from the 3 lineup system that was essentially just like, at that point, a duplicate of Interdimensional Arena to the 2 lineup, well, 1 lineup of
Maybe
like more heroes? I think that was this
we need
past year
like
too.
we need like a Idol Heroes historian. But yo, there's like a lot of stuff that changed. Like no
Yeah.
joke, a lot of stuff. Like,
Yeah, out
and
of
that's
all
not
the
even like
games I
including
played,
expansions.
yeah,
Like we get
is
expansions too. Like we get new modes and expansions, and
uh-huh.
recently we got a lot of quality of life. Like
Yeah.
that Idol Masters thing is
Ugh,
like
so good.
even as a player that uses macros, I'm still like blown away. I'm like, this is great. Like,
Yeah.
why didn't we have this in the game? So,
Yeah, I actually play
it's
all my other accounts now, at least suboptimally. That way I can smash them daily and get some gems and stuff. Like,
that's dope.
it makes me go back to my accounts that I just gave up on. So, Gate of the Void, we got Void Arc this year. That was nice.
Yes,
Void Arc.
Actually, you know what? So Void Arc is one of the few things that it kind of like for me it comes and goes, but I'm like back on it again just because like the pets. As long as pets are something you still need to upgrade, you eventually need to be like,
Yeah.
all right, I need to kind of like focus on this and not just like
Yeah.
obviously you don't want to blindly smash it. I tried blindly smashing 1 month. No, it's not good. The smash feature is not the AI is not good
It's
for that.
not that great. You need to you can smash all except like maybe the last day or so on the ones that you're not doing 100% on. If you're doing 100%, you should be good. Why am I getting ads? I don't know. I'll check on that, Matthew. I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, once you get 15 V4s though, smash away, man. Smash away. That's one little nice caveat is if you have like all of these, it doesn't matter which nodes it's putting it in. It doesn't matter any of that. I mean, I like Void Arc. Void Arc's one game mode out of the Void that I actually really, really enjoy. Realms Gate, I mean, it is what it is. Void Vortex, I kind of hate personally. I'm if they would have made Void Vortex Aspen Dungeon 2.0, where you have like one hero going up against different enemies, I think I would have absolutely loved it. Speaking of, everybody needs to complain and say we need more Aspen Dungeon. Yeah, there needs to be a crazy level or Inferno or whatever they want to call it. We need more.
That'd be dope.
We need a ton more.
And it should give us, because we like they could also throw more mats at us. So like Celestial Island mats are like the new go-to mat that you want to collect as like end game player. So if they just expand anything, they just need to add some of those, and a lot of people will be incentivized to play it.
Another thing someone just mentioned about Star Expedition, getting a smash button, I think, is something that's important too. I think eventually they'll put it in. For now, since it's brand new, they want people to actually do it and participate, and then eventually they'll probably just let you smash if you want to do it very suboptimally and everything. But Yeah, Aspen Dungeon. Okay, here's a question because I feel like every game I go to, everybody wants this game mode in that game too. Number one in chat, type a one if you love Aspen Dungeon and want more. Type two if it's not your cup of tea, you don't like the one hero fights. You want your whole team set up. I feel like everybody's gonna type a one in chat personally.
Yeah, because it's
I've
like
seen one, two,
it's like
three,
survival of the
4, 5,
fittest. It's such a good
6,
format. Like,
8.
and you mess up, and it just feels like so bad. If I should use a demon potion instead of this or whatever, it's like it's just really well designed
And it
the way it's
rewards
done.
knowledge too. It really rewards knowledge, even more so than like Void
Mhm.
Vortex does, I feel like. Because it's so specific.
Oh yeah, because when you're like, even if you do the earlier ones, you
Mm.
learn about all these new heroes. Like, what ability just killed me? Like, oh, it
Uh-huh.
has like a bleed dot with this, or it reduces attack or whatever it is. There's these game
Yep.
mechanics that just like are become very apparent if you just keep losing to like this one enemy. You're like, why does this hero not beat
Why?
this?
How
Like,
do
this
I
is so
die?
stupid. Like, I
Like I
keep
bet a lot of
dying to
people didn't
Penny.
even
What
know
does
about
Penny
reflect.
have?
Yeah, Penny's reflect
Yeah.
armor. It's like the perfect example. It's like, how did I just
And
die?
it's like,
It's
how
like
do you stop it? It's
what?
like, you can't. You're like, what? No, you just can't. Like, you just hit her hard and she has a shield up, you're
Yeah.
dead. You're like, oh,
It
okay.
even
So you
makes you
need to
go
one
back and
tap
be
her.
like, wait, how did I not block and counterattack with my Eloise? Oh, Sigmund has
Yeah.
precision? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, I
realize
just think
that.
it's like
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's just really good. It just all
Yep.
around is just, I think it is definitely the best game mode. It's just very unfortunate because
Mm-hmm.
it's dated, right?
Oh yeah.
And when it's
Uh-huh.
dated, you just come in with a stronger hero and you just
Just
like
like
pub stomp
brrr,
everything.
go through it.
Yeah.
Like my Eloise. I
So
think my V1 level like 320 Eloise with like just the first ring of Guild Tech got me to death like one or something like that on the third week or second week of my account. Like it's just
yeah,
kind of crazy. Especially even
but it
it
makes
doesn't
sense
even
though.
have to
Like,
be the new
it's harder.
systems giving you more power. It's just the newer heroes that are just
Hmm.
destroying the older content too.
Yeah.
Wait, does Sigmund not have precision? Did I just say a lie? Wait, that's not Sigmund. Doesn't Sigmund have? Yeah, he's got 30% precision right there. Don't you mess with me, Matthew. I know some stuff about this game, okay? I may be stupid, but not that stupid. I've checked that. Celestial Island, of course, we have the new plots for the galleries. We also have Cloud Island, the removal of the
Oh right.
old expeditions. It's the next. This is the
Yeah.
biggest next power enabler on in the game because
Yeah.
Starspawn and Stellar was before that. Now we have Cloud Island. I feel like they did a good job with it overall.
Yeah. This is I
Feels
think
good.
smashed it. I was thinking of like where could they go from here?
Mm.
Like, not that we're gonna get anywhere like that quick because this is like a super long grind, but it's
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
when you look at like the way they progressed, like it's star spawns, well, stellar star spawns into this, it's like very well designed
Oh
for
yeah. And the
like you
fact
hit
that
certain
these
points and you good.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Oh yeah, it just keeps you invested. Cause like for
Mm-hmm.
me, like I've focused mainly on PvE. PvP is always an afterthought, but I I'm still like 2 years, 2.5 years into this game. I still find myself like still wanting certain resources, and I
Oh
come back
yeah.
and I log in and do my dailies,
Uh-huh.
and I'm incentivized. And they've created these incentives in the game that are very like they're very like, I don't know.
Mm.
You just want to get those goals. Like, I need to get my
Yep.
star spawns to 100. I need to get like one tenant to like maybe close to 100. Like all these cool little things that like seem really distant in the future. Like they're all like they keep you coming back, which I think is good. So
Oh
I
yeah.
was just thinking about the other day, like I wonder what the next super long grind is going to be like
Well,
after this,
yeah,
because there's going
that
to be
they've done a good
right.
job of like breadcrumb trailing us, whereas
Yeah.
other games I've
Mhm.
seen, like they would have had all these new different game modes and everything come out within like a 6 month to 1 year period versus us having this over like what is it, about a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere in that ballpark that we've gotten all these new power-ups. And the nicest thing I will say compared to every other game I've played is the power expansion is not simply, well, guess what? Now you need to get like 4 more copies of this hero, and like every upgrade costs 3 10-star heroes. I like what they did with Void imprinting personally, compared to a lot of other games, just making more ascension levels and making more. I honestly don't see us going past E5. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to
Yeah.
happen.
I think they've like they did it. I think like they could have went left, but they went right, which is hero copies. They
Yeah.
stopped at 9, they stopped at E5, and then went, listen, what's easier? Okay, just 10 stars. And then for
Yep.
Cloud Island, like I guess it's just E5s, and we're stopping there. And you can put V4 E5s in there, but like we're not going past this
Uh-huh. Yeah.
E5 system. And I think that's just like really good because like as an early mid gamer, it was really rough chasing down
E13.
copies. You're like, how am I
Oh
gonna get
yeah.
9
Uh-huh.
copies? Like that's crazy,
Yep.
right? And then after that, you're chasing 5 copies for 10 star. Like all that
Well,
nonsense is like it just stopped there because you don't want to continue that because
exactly.
then it just gets out of hand. You don't
Exactly.
want like 19 copies of
Well, the other
like
part is
something to
even beyond the copies, it was the food. How many of you guys, okay, again,
yeah.
I need input. Number 1 in chat, if you played before E5 was a thing. Number 2 in chat, if you started the game and E5 was the max hero. Did you start back when 10 star was the max? E3 was the max? What have you guys actually... So a lot of you guys are older players in general. A lot of you guys were around in the E3 days being the max hero. Now, follow-up question to that. How many of you had to literally
A lot of ones.
destroy 3 or like half of your heroes just so that you could immediately push every E3 hero that was good up to E5? Otherwise, you were no longer competitive in the game. That, I think, is the biggest reason why we're never going to see something over E5 again. I
Yeah.
remember on my account, I
You
had like,
want
I
like
think I had
progression.
6 E3s, and after the patch hit, I had 3 E5s and nothing else. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's what
It's just
happened.
not it's not a good play experience, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they looked at their numbers. Like their player base must like plummet every single time they
Mm-hmm.
release a new enabling system.
Yeah.
Like even the void enables with the stellars and like
Yeah.
the brand new transcending heroes, like they probably see a little bit of a hit, but
Oh
like
yeah. Of
when you
course.
do like a whole revamp or like yeah, get rid of half of your account just so you can have like a team of like 4 that's
Of
like
usable
endgame.
heroes. Because if you left
Yeah,
everybody E3 and waited 3 months to get each one up, you wouldn't be competitive,
yeah,
especially not in PvP. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. It's so yeah, that's why I was just curious. Like where's I don't know,
Fracturing.
there's a lot of design
Yeah.
space obviously, but like looking forward to the rest of this year and next year, like where do they get these because as they release more content, as
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna do, expansions,
Yeah.
you need to make it super challenging, which means they have something in the pipeline ready to like make the heroes eventually be
Definitely.
able to get there. Like obviously the whales will get there like in the first
Yeah.
like month, but like the rest of us are
Exactly.
gonna be grinding the mats, resources, and upgrades. So it's like where are we going to go? Because like right now it's super nice if you look at what's happened in the last year and a half, the transitions of going from an E3 to an E5 to a void 4 to
Yeah.
a void 4 plus cloud island
Mm-hmm.
boosted like thing. I
Yeah.
think that's just like a really nice way to do it, and
Oh yeah.
it scales well with your daily grind, like your goals as PvP
Mm-hmm.
slash PvE, and the content they put out, and you get to like make your heroes stronger over time. It's not like this, like you get a 10 star every
Yeah.
a couple weeks or whatever, and it's nice, I
Definitely.
think.
And we've seen upgrades to gear, we've seen upgrades to artifacts, we've seen, well, actually artifacts were already
That
there.
came earlier, right? It came first, or the stones came pretty
The
early. That
stones
was like a
came
really
first.
early.
Or well, no, the
Yeah,
artifacts
and then it
came,
like
then the stones, and then I think the gear was actually last year. I think that's the only thing that upgraded this past year in 2021. I believe we had Ormus artifacts at the beginning of 2020,
yeah,
and
that sounds
then
about right.
stones were like late 2020, maybe early 2021, and then gear came some point last year, I believe, right? Stones were first. Were
Yeah,
stones there before Ormus artifacts? Yes. Yes, they were, because we were talking about, well,
stones.
now we have pink stones, but we only have orange artifacts. I think
Oh,
that's what. So
well, just
we've,
like take that. Like I
man,
completely forgot about it. That's why we need like a
which
historian. I
also
swear to
means the
God.
blacksmith has completely changed. We have Ormus
Yeah,
always open. We have the
yeah,
forge.
that's a
We have
huge
Grey
change.
Dwarf's Blessing always open. We also have in the shop always Glorious Temple for artifacts. Like, just kind of crazy. You kind of forget about
Like
that.
the
Stones were
whole
first. Okay.
yeah, like that's the thing. Like, you just forget about things, but like just think of it's hard to remember because we just get so used to things over like the course of a week and a month. But it's
Uh
like
huh.
it went stones, which was like such a big deal with E5s. You went
Oh
from a
yeah, it was a
C6 stone to
huge.
getting like 15 extra speed.
Uh
People were like crying for dust because they're like, yo,
huh.
PvP, I need to be faster. And like I have
Yeah.
like 2 heroes with like a C2, like with the SS2 stone. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
there's like that was like such a huge impact. And then we went from there to a pay to win artifact, which is like on an E5, not like a void zero, because we didn't have void yet. Like on an E5, getting a stone and then getting a pay to win artifact was like insane. You're like, oh my god, this hero just like completely changed. Like Ticks with like a upgraded Punisher. You're just like, this
Uh-huh.
is nuts. Like this is so crazy. Or
It's
like
crazy
Receptor on
strong.
Sherlock. Like
Yep.
there's such a huge, just like the feeling
Mm-hmm.
of of grinding for those artifacts in that meta. It just felt great. The same as it feels like getting your Cloud Island up now. Like
Oh
so they
yeah.
always implement these like upgrades like in step, and I
Yeah,
think
where
they do it very well.
you
So it's just
gradually feel that like
yeah,
power
exactly.
level, and it's something that they
Yeah.
somewhat like even whales can't just immediately max out.
Yeah.
Which I think they did make a mistake with the cheese methods in Void Vortex, which is why Vanquisher came out and all that. But I think their goal is to make sure people can't just immediately crush the new content, even whales. One thing while you were saying that, I just realized, thinking about last year's free-to-play, we now have the Glory Challenge because the dust. Remember, I was like, how long is it going to take for me to make 10 Soulstone 3? And then I was like, oh, wait, that they keep giving us more and more dust. That happened very quickly. And then also the chapter system, which has made a ridiculous improvement to the early game. I went from, I think, a 50 to 53 day E5 and no skate last year to a 22 day E5 Eloise. And that was even waiting to save resources more optimally. I think there were people on day... I think there were some people lucky enough on day 8 or 9. They actually already had an E5 hero this year, which was just crazy.
Nuts.
Speeding up the early game, I think, is the best thing they ever did to this game. And I know, like Braxton was saying earlier in chat, there's a lot of people that used to play that have now come back to the game and actually enjoy it because of the quality of life issues. And starting a fresh account is still one of the most fun things I have in this game. My optimal playthrough is now my favorite account to play.
Yeah, it's like every quality of life just makes it more streamlined. And
guys, stop posting the fake. None of those CD keys are correct. Don't worry, you'll get it here shortly. Don't worry.
Yeah, at the end of the stream.
And then the other things we've had was the altar shop. We've had an upgrade to, and we've also had an upgrade to the wishing fountain lucky shop, which doesn't get used all that often. I still poke around in here. I do my refresh daily. If I see 4-star gear, I buy it. That's pretty much what I do. But
like the earlier game stuff, I haven't like dipped into it in a long time, but
it's really enjoyable
experience. Yeah, like because I mean, like in a weird way, when I look back at my first experience with Idle Heroes, like that's when you have your, that's when you have the early game experience. It was like, oh man, a lot of just you're just constantly getting gated by so many resources, so much, just everything's time. Like I gotta wait for this timer, I gotta wait for this XP, I gotta level up. But like all that stuff gets
waiting,
and you're just like. You're in right away, like into the game. You're grinding, and you're like, you got all these goals because it's just like chapter systems, glory challenge. You're off for the races, save resources, do the events, and you're like, it just, it's just got to be a better experience.
Definitely. The other thing, we had the tavern revamp, which I think was a positive overall. The only negative part I will say is the loss of 3 stars that were guaranteed from event raid. Now, if you high roll in your individual quest, that's cool. If you don't high roll, you have like no 3-star income. That's the only thing that I feel like is a downside personally. The last thing, if you look at all the game modes here that have changed this year, we had Sealand Edition, Brave Trial is smashable for free. Every single one of these has been touched, except the Prophet Tree. I think we're due. We're due for some quality of life here, I think. Especially swaps. Especially swaps. Like if you look at the amount of heroes you can get, like why are honestly, even just take this top row out, the non-natural 5 stars, remove them from this list personally.
It's
so
branches
bad.
just feels bad, man. They're so like, it doesn't require too much, I think, effort to make it like a little bit more like just a little bit better. But branches have always felt like super bad because like you do bad on the orbs, and then you have to sit through clicking like really just endlessly and just swapping, and it's just all garbage.
All right. So, I mean, a lot of stuff changed this year. I mean, oh wait, hold on. I wanted to go back to news real quick. So that's that. We went on a little bit of a tangent there, but that's the idle log of 2021, kind of like a retrospective of it, which is interesting. A lot of stuff changed, like a lot. Not all good, definitely not all good. I'll say that for sure. There's definitely been things I think are the horrible, like worst decisions possible, but I've been vocal to them. So don't worry, I'm not a shill, guys. I tell them when something's stupid. I tell them kind of aggressively. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you change this? But